I'd like to kind of hang out with all the Spider-Mans. That'd be quite fun. All three of them.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah, just doing all that.
Yeah.
Well, now, Lewis, I think it's hilarious that you're just known as Bob again after being Bob in Top Gun Maverick. It's hilarious.
Well, good. I'm glad it's hilarious. I think
not to you, obviously.
It wasn't how I planned it all to go, but sometimes life takes you in a place where you get to do something again, and you get more out of it than you thought you could. And they're very, very different characters, but I have a very soft spot in my heart for Bob's, and I probably won't do it a third time, but I'm looking. I'm still reading Bob.
Yeah.
Bob. I'm still reading for Bob. So if the script is right, if the character is really right, I'm open.
You're gonna be stereotyped from now on as Bob.
He's a Bob.
Well, everyone seems to go through their own thing here, and I think it's funny with Geraldine, with Mel. Yours is not so much emotional; it's just that you have a really bad boss, Valentina, right?
Tough. She's a tough lady. I mean, but she's complicated. I think she's a bit of a anti-villain. She's really just got this she's just a power-hungry boss, which I feel like maybe we've all experienced.
I think everyone can relate to a certain character, but everyone can relate to the bad boss. Because like, what do? Do you have keep your morals, or do you give it up to go up the ladder?
Exactly. It's a tough one.
Right. And then Hannah, for you, we kind of explored your trauma in Antman and the Wasp, right? So here, you can focus on being kind of badass, right?
You know what? That's exactly it. Like the distraction, I think, for Ghost of her kind of volatile pain and death round the corner at all times, which was the driving, kind of compass of the Ant-Man and the Wasp movie. Not having that in this movie it freed up me as an actor and Ghost to figure out and kind of and see her new journey within the other characters in this movie, and being badass as well.
Yeah. And then Lewis, the villain here, like, you're the heart of the film, which I've never really seen in a film where they really focus on the villain and you see how he becomes a villain.
Yeah.
And I don't want to give it away, but and you do trauma so well. It reminded me of what was the movie Bad Times at El Royale? Your character was going through some real trauma there too, and you're like, God, he's so good at it. You exude trauma, Lewis, really well.
Good at trauma and Bob.
You just find your niche and you don't stray away.
Where did you find the inspiration? Because like I said, we've never really seen this type of role where we really see, well, you kind of feel for the villain, because the trauma, and it's very grounded. It's not like a supernatural thing.
Yeah, I mean, I was lucky, I had such a good team and good director, Jake Schreier, who really knew these characters like the back of his hand. He'd spend years with them, and so was able to kind of through his guidance, integrate some of my own experiences with some of these themes into the character. And I think it's also so well written. I think that in a lot of ways, each character in this is an inkwell that's just been squirted onto a wall, and you see this Rorschach test of kind of what they've been through, and Bob's just happens to kind of be ever evolving and kind of flickering and strobe lighting in front of us. And so continually grounding where it all comes from and what the source of it was really the key throughout.
This film also kind of sets up the next chapter. This is kind of like a chapter in the MCU, right? Which I like, because it's all new, existing characters, but coming into where we're going to see them next. So for each one of you, where would you like to see your characters go in the Avenger, the ones where everyone gathers together, where everyone assembles?
I mean,
I'm open.
You're open? Geraldine, are you willing to go full evil, like learn from Valentina and go be like, yeah, I can do that. I can learn from her.
I'm down.
You're down for that?
Absolutely.
You're down.
Pretty fun.
And for you, Hannah, where would you like to go, and who would you like to fight?
I mean, I'd like to kind of hang out with all the Spider-Mans. That'd be quite fun. All three of them.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah. Just doing all that.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I want Ghosts Adventures to keep adventuring. Yeah.
And Lewis has a couple of choices. He can stay Bob, he can go Void, or he can go Sentry.
Yeah, I just hope that there's a little more stability, you know, and he's able to kind of take a breath and find a break from the turbulence. I'd like to see what that would look like. I think that there's opportunity for that because he does kind of discover his own found family within the Thunderbolts.
And do you guys see the Thunderbolts ever becoming not goody two shoes, because Avengers were never really goody two shoes. They, you know, it was kind of a gray area. But you know, they make a contrast between the Thunderbolts and the original Avengers. They were like, you know, in the movie they're like, oh my God, they're so up here, like big deal, right? Because everyone has to aspire to that, right?
Yeah. Like, do you think we're gonna get buttoned up and polish ourselves up?
Yeah. Or do you think you'll stay a little, you know, on the dirty side?
I think, you know, quite rugged bunch.
Yeah.
We'll always stay a bit rugged, you know, got rough around the edges.
Yeah, there's only so many ways you can really prune the prickly nature of somebody.
They'll need to be wrangled in, even so.
Once a rebel, always a rebel.
And I was at the premiere and I saw you guys all interacting, and you guys looked like you had a really good time getting to know each other, getting to work with each other. And I mean, you're gonna get, I don't know if are you shooting right now? The other Avenger movies? Are you still like seeing each other, or?
We're shooting with you right now.
Yeah, we're here.
Lucky me. I'm the lucky one.
No, we're lucky.
All right. Well, thank you guys for your time, and
Thank
congratulations.
you.
All right.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.